Okay, so this is a live recording that I'm making with Peach, and I'm gonna get into more depth about this character, like some of the stuff that people might be struggling with, some things I might have not explained before, and also some useful information. I guess you could call this Peach tutorial season 3. I'm doing a live recording. I'm not trying to use my capture card program that much because the quality just comes out ass. I don't know why. It comes out like really good. And if I do this through Twitch TV, the quality actually comes out pretty good. So, I'm just going to explain something. But one thing on Olimar. So for those that actually had trouble with P versus Olimar, and you don't know how to shut them down, there's a way to do it. A way to shut them down. Because really with Peach, when you're in Olimar's face, you're not supposed to be scared of him. He is supposed to be scared of you. If he is not scared of you, he is not respecting you. But you're gonna make him respect you. I'm gonna show you how. Alright, so recently, while helping a friend out, we were looking through some frame data of certain characters so you can find out his options. Like, what can he do? So we were looking through Olimar, and I come to realize that if Peach is up in his face, he's pretty fucked. I mean, smart pressure, Olimar can't do shit, but seriously, I did not know how screwed up he was up close. Now, what people don't know is, when you roll, oh shit, oh. When you do that, roll or sidestep, you're not open. I mean, I am so sorry, it's like 6 in the morning. You are not invincible at the start of your roll and sidestep animation. You're still open for a few frames. Like in Peach's case, she's open for 2 frames before she becomes invincible at her roll. Her sidestep, I believe it's the same thing, 2 frames. I'm about to look at the frame data to let you guys know about that. I know for a fact her roll is, she's open for 2 frames. For the invincibility frames kick in. Her sidestep, I think it's the same shit. So yeah. That's why, like, if he does his 4B, that shit, you can't roll and you can't sidestep it. You're going to get hit because you're open for 2 frames with most characters. Pretty much at the start of your roll and sidestep whatever, you're open for a few frames before you are invincible. I mean, it's a small window, but you're still open, and attacks like that can punish you. Meta Knight's rapid jab, it's the same shit. I mean, at the point of the rapid jab, if it doesn't catch that 2 frame window that you're open, like if the hitbox is not there, then you can like roll beyond Meta Knight or sidestep it. Sidestepping will be stupid because you're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay in place and you're just gonna eat the hit. But alright, enough of that. Back to Olimar. Now, like I said, with every character, they're open for like their roll built for 2 frames. So when you auto cancel Peach's fair, if you auto cancel it properly, it's 0. It's 0 frames. What 0 frames means is you and your opponent can move at the exact same time. So it's pretty much who does the fastest move to get to counter attack what somebody's gonna do, or get that person off you, or get a hit and start pressure, damage, whatever. So with that said, if you auto cancel a fair on somebody's shield and you go for a jab, it's 2 frames. Most people's rolls and side steps is 2 frames. before they're invincible. They're open for 2 frames. So you pretty much automatically have them unlocked. They cannot do anything. All they can do is block. Only characters that have the answer to that is people with invincible up Bs. Like Mario, I think he's invincible on frame 1, so he would eat it. He can get out. Mario, definitely Bowser. Marth, who's up B from principal? That's all I know. Meta Knight, he is not invincible at the start of his up B. When Meta Knight does an up B, he's open for 5 frames. 5. Before the invincibility frames kick in, which is frame 6 through 8. On frame 8, that's when the hitbox of his up B comes out. So pretty much, if you're up close in Meta Knight's face and you're pressuring him and you think he's gonna up B, if you do smart pressures and you don't break the blockings or whatever, Meta Knight cannot up B. You can actually hit him out his up B. Like PC can fair and then jab Meta Knight before the up B comes out. If Meta Knight is able to up B you after you fair him, it's because you didn't auto cancel it properly, or in this case, let's say you jump in on Meta Knight like that. If you hit Meta Knight too early with your fair, you won't touch the floor in time. Because you can't jab if you haven't touched the floor yet. So when you go in and fair somebody, especially at Meta Knight's height, you gotta do the fair at the right height so you can pretty much get a jab out. Cause if you hit him too high, you're not gonna touch the floor. You're pretty much giving your opponent more time to get away from you. In a Meta Knight's case, he can get an up B. So like, a bad way to do it is, if you do that, if you fair at that height, it's not gonna work. You gotta fair like as soon as you're coming down. Like that height is fine. Yeah, this height is fine. See, I'm actually trying to fair and then jab. If you don't see the jab come out, that means that auto cancel is wrong. If I do it right, I get that. See? Do it right, see? That's auto cancel. That lets you know you auto cancel the fair properly. If you can get a jab out of it. If you can't get a jab at 0, that means you didn't auto cancel it properly. So this is a good way to practice your auto cancel fairs. If you really want to test yourself, you can actually grab out of fair. I gotta be closer. See? You can grab out of fair. So that's pretty much 2 good ways to practice auto casting fairs. You can do that to jab. You can do that to grab. So that's a really good way to practice. Like, if you fair somebody's shield and they grab you, or they're able to get away from you, it's because you messed up the timing of the auto cancel. So this is a good way to practice it. Try to keep that link tight. So next time when you go in and you like, you're doing this, or you do this, you don't gotta worry about doing this. Oh wait, I forgot. You don't gotta worry about sidestepping or rolling because you're afraid you're gonna get punished for it. You do it properly, you cannot get punished. You're safe. The only character that can punish that is invincible up Bs. If they don't have an invincible up B, you're good. They can't do shit. So, in Olimar's case, he can't do anything. He can't roll back. Now, his sidestep, I've seen it up from his frame data, it's even worse. When Olimar sidesteps, he is open for 4 frames before he's invincible. So, you can pretty much do that, right, on his shield, You both move at the same time. So you throw out a jab and Olimar tries to sidestep the jab. It's not gonna work. He is open for 4 frames. So you'll jab him out of his sidestep before the invincibility frames kick in, where you know you can't touch him. So that's pretty much how you shut down Olimar up close. Like, if you auto cancel properly, Olimar cannot grab you. That grab is way too slow. It's like, what, 11 frames? He cannot grab you. He cannot jump cancel up smash. He can't down smash. He can't roll. He can't sidestep. He can't do anything at all. He is stuck. He has to block. He has to block and try to find like a way to get out of your pressure within, you know, your pressure strings. But in terms of Olimar punishing you out of fair to jab, he can't. Now, if Olimar notices he starts respecting you, most likely he's just gonna stay in his shield and wait for you to you know, wait for the jab to come out and then punish you for it, or wait for the jab and then try to roll out. This is where your mix-up game comes in. You noticing this, and you know Olimar is he's waiting. If you get uncomfortable in his shield, what you do is you can fair him, jab once, and then grab. Or you can fair and then just you can fair him and then grab after you block the fair. So you pretty much have that. I would not go for things like this if you know. Here's a good way to know not to go for shit like a grab or let's say a down or anything. If you fair Olimar's shield or anybody's shield in general, and they get hit with the jab, that pretty much means they were either trying to counterattack you or they try to roll and sidestep away. Like, they try to roll and they try to sidestep away. That's pretty much what that means. So when you fair to jab, it's just not to really be repetitive, even though it is, but at the same time they really can't do anything about it. It's also making sure, like, alright, my opponent, every time I jab, my opponent gonna push buttons. So I'm gonna just counter everything that he does and keep the pressure. If your opponent is not taking a hit, you can just jab him and do shit like that, get him off the stage, and you know, you got that, whatever. If your opponent starts to respect you, and like, alright, a jab is coming, I don't want to get hit with that shit. The next thing they might try to do is like roll and sidestep. But a lot of people, they don't know their frames. Like, they don't know that when they roll and sidestep, you're not invincible at the start. And Peach's 2-frame move actually closes that gap. You're open for 2 frames. Peach's jab is 2 frames. Olimar's sidestep is freaking 4 frames that he's open, so that shit's even worse. But pretty much Peach is a character that, dude, you have the air move that is 0 unblock, and then you get an instant jab. You pretty much shut your opponent down. If they get hit with a fair, they can't do anything. Nothing at all. They have to block. They have to block, and guess what I'm gonna do? I could delay my jab. I could delay my jab, go for a jab cancel. I could go for a jab cancel, delay the jab. Instead of going 1-2, I could go 1-2. 1-2 to delay their timing to try to evade or try to grab me or whatever. Like, mashing jab, that's not really good, because people can sidestep both jabs, or like after the first jab comes out, I believe they have enough time to sidestep the second one. To hit some on the jabbing shit, it really isn't. So you can I thought this is delay it or jab cancel like that.